Hey Bears fans, let's talk about what's been going on with DJ Moore this season because, honestly, it has been a roller coaster of frustration and unanswered questions. This has been a strange year, and for someone of DJ's caliber and paycheck, the production has been puzzling at best. Looking at his numbers through 13 games, you could argue they're more in line with what you would expect from a wide receiver 3 than someone who is supposed to be a legitimate number 2. He is on pace for around 700 receiving yards and 4 touchdowns over the season, which is far below expectation for a player in his position and salary tier. Every week, it feels like there are stretches where he barely gets involved, and when he does, the impact is minimal. There have been flashes here and there, a few games where he made plays like that contest against the Steelers where he hauled in 5 catches for 64 yards and 2 touchdowns. But those moments have been far too inconsistent. There are games where he barely touches the ball, where the opportunities that come his way feel almost manufactured, like screens, shovel passes, or running back style plays designed to create touches rather than genuine downfield threats. When Romadune is sidelined, the expectation is that DJ Moore would step up and carry a bigger portion of the offensive load, but in recent matchups, that simply hasn't happened. For example, in the game against the Packers, with Roma unavailable, DJ ended up with 1 catch for -4 yards, a stat line that is almost shocking given the context. Some plays, like a lateral that resulted in negative yardage or a screen that was stopped immediately, only highlight how the offensive design has failed to maximize his skill set. You can't help but wonder if the coaching staff, led by Ben Johnson and Declan Doy, sees him as a top-tier wideout in the league or more as a secondary option, someone used sparingly and in limited ways rather than as a central piece of the offense. There's clearly talent and past performance to suggest he should be more involved, but for reasons that are hard to pin down, the opportunities just haven't been there. Watching the games, it often seems like DJ Moore is not the primary read on plays. When the Bears' offense runs designed routes, the ball frequently goes elsewhere first. Even when he's technically in the lineup, he sometimes operates as a 3rd or 4th option on a play, which means he is rarely a focal point of the offensive strategy. This creates a disconnect where the player's potential is limited not necessarily by his ability, but by how he is utilized. While there are legitimate discussions about his limitations as a route runner or his comparisons to elite wideouts like Justin Jefferson, it's hard to ignore the contrast between his capability to make plays after the catch and the minimal involvement in key moments of games. In prior seasons, especially during his time in Carolina, DJ showed that he can be productive when given consistent targets and when the offensive scheme is built to capitalize on his strengths. In Chicago, however, it feels like there has been a shift in philosophy or trust, and the consistency just isn't there. Even when analyzing comments from the coaching staff, like Ben Johnson, there's a tone of honesty that suggests it isn't a lack of effort or attitude from DJ, but more about scheme and opportunity. Johnson acknowledged that the team might have envisioned more plays for him, yet the final numbers don't reflect that intention. There's a tangible gap between potential and execution, and it leaves fans and analysts alike scratching their heads. Some of it could be chemistry with the quarterback, timing, or simply a mismatch between his style and the current offensive approach. The manufactured touches, screens, shovel passes, and occasional gadget plays provide some contribution, but do not tap into the full arsenal of his skills. DJ Moore's ability to break tackles and gain yards after the catch should be an asset that the Bears are leveraging more consistently. But instead, it feels like he is deployed sporadically, almost like an afterthought in critical situations rather than a focal point that can change the outcome of a game. There's also the question of long-term fit. With only 4 games left in the regular season and the Bears sitting at 9-4, it's clear that DJ Moore's involvement, or lack thereof, could have playoff implications. If he continues to be underutilized, it raises larger questions about his future with the team. Is this the final year for him in Chicago? Will the front office consider reallocating that high salary elsewhere if the production does not align with the investment? All of these considerations make his current role even more scrutinized. Yet, despite the underwhelming numbers, the player himself has shown professionalism and leadership in the locker room, which cannot be ignored. DJ Moore remains a respected figure among teammates, and his attitude has been consistently praised. This contrast between his on-field usage and off-field presence adds another layer of complexity to the conversation, making it difficult to place blame solely on him, the coaching staff, or the system. The core issue, when you strip away all the noise, is that for a player who has proven he could be a top contributor in the NFL, his production in 2025 has been disappointing and underwhelming. The offense has talent, and the overall system under Ben Johnson has been productive in various areas. Yet DJ Moore's role has not matched expectations. There are multiple reasons that could explain this: scheme fit, play design, quarterback chemistry, roster depth, and even in-game adjustments that limit his opportunities. Whatever the combination, it has left a wide receiver with immense potential in a position where he should be a focal point, instead functioning more as a complementary or gadget player. As the season moves toward its final stretch, the Bears will need to find a way to maximize his involvement if they hope to make a significant playoff push. The raw ability is undeniable. His hands are sure, his route running might not be elite, but his yards after the catch are a weapon, and his ability to impact a game is clear, but the usage has not matched the talent. In the next few games, whether it's due to injuries to other key receivers or strategic adjustments, DJ Moore will have opportunities to change this narrative, but time is running out, and the Bears need him to step up in a way that he has not consistently done this season. As we look ahead to the final stretch of the season, the focus has to be on how the Bears can optimize DJ Moore's role, because the potential is still there, but the deployment has been inconsistent, and the clock is ticking. With Roma Dune dealing with a stress fracture, there may be an opening for DJ to assume a more central role in the offense, and the team simply cannot afford to let that opportunity slip by. It's clear that the coaching staff recognizes his ability, but translating that recognition into actual production on the field has been a challenge. The previous games provide plenty of examples where plays designed to involve him did not result in meaningful contributions, whether due to breakdowns in execution, limited design, or the quarterback not turning to him as a primary option. When you examine the types of plays he has been involved in, it is evident that a lot of them have been contrived touches, screens, shovel passes, and shallow routes that don't fully leverage his ability to create after the catch. The question now becomes how the Bears can recalibrate the offense to give DJ Moore the space and responsibility he needs to produce consistently. It starts with getting him involved early in games and in crucial situations, not just sporadically or as a contingency option. If he is positioned as a primary target, he has the skill set to make defenses pay for ignoring him. His speed, agility, and ability to break tackles make him a threat both in open space and in contested catches, and the team will be wise to design plays that exploit those traits. Even in a system where there are multiple mouths to feed, there are ways to structure routes and timing to maximize efficiency while still keeping other key players involved. The offensive scheme has to create opportunities where DJ can operate as a central playmaker, not just a complementary or gadget player. Screens and shovel passes have their place, but they cannot be the main method of involving him in the offense if the goal is to fully utilize a player of his caliber. Additionally, quarterback chemistry will play a significant role. If Caleb Williams or any other signal caller can develop more trust and rhythm with DJ, it could unlock a level of production that has not been seen this season. Even small adjustments in timing, route depth, and pre-snap reads could have a significant impact. The Bears' offensive staff will need to evaluate each game plan with the intention of making DJ a reliable option in key situations. That includes red zone opportunities, third down conversions, and critical moments late in games where a playmaker can alter the outcome. Watching the team over the past few weeks, there is evidence that DJ has the skill to perform at a high level, but the design and execution have not consistently allowed him to do so. The contrast between what he has done in previous years and the limited output in 2025 is stark, and it raises questions about whether the current offensive philosophy is fully compatible with the skill set. Part of the challenge has been balancing multiple priorities within the offense. With other emerging talents like Luther Colston and the depth in the running back group, there are naturally fewer touches available, but that makes it even more crucial to ensure that DJ is used in high-leverage situations. His ability to gain yards after the catch, break tackles, and create explosive plays cannot be replicated easily. So designing the offense to maximize those strengths is essential. The Bears' offensive staff must determine whether they are willing to commit to him as a key piece for the remainder of the season or continue to treat him as a role player. With playoff implications looming, the decision is urgent. They have an opportunity to recalibrate now, and with 4 games left, every snap counts. Another factor to consider is the psychological aspect of involvement. When a player of DJ's experience and skill level is underutilized, it can affect confidence, timing, and overall performance. Ensuring that he feels like a trusted option and giving him consistent targets can help him regain rhythm and become more impactful. If the Bears are able to do this successfully, it could provide a significant boost to the offense in critical moments. Conversely, failing to integrate him effectively could leave a glaring weakness in the passing game, especially with defenses keying on other threats. The strategic decisions in the next few games will be crucial not only for the Bears' playoff push, but also for determining how to approach roster planning and contract considerations moving forward. It's also worth noting that DJ Moore's role in the offense does not need to be limited to traditional wide receiver routes. He has the versatility to contribute in multiple ways, whether through motion, jet sweeps, or even occasional handoff designs that keep defenses guessing. The key is to use him in a way that complements the rest of the roster while still allowing him to showcase his natural playmaking abilities. The Bears have demonstrated in training camp and early season reports that they have experimented with some of these ideas, but translating those concepts into consistent game success has been inconsistent. Finding the right balance between creativity and reliability will be essential. Ultimately, the next 4 games are a test of whether the Bears can harness DJ Moore's talent effectively. With the stakes high and the playoff picture in focus, there is little room for error. He needs to be involved more consistently. The offensive staff needs to trust him in key situations, and the quarterback needs to develop that chemistry that allows him to be a primary read rather than an occasional afterthought. If all of these elements align, DJ has the ability to contribute at a level commensurate with his salary and reputation. If not, the questions about his future role and value will only grow louder. The Bears have a talented roster, and the foundation for success exists, but unlocking DJ Moore's potential could be the difference between a deep playoff run and falling short. Every snap, every target, every play counts, and the responsibility to maximize this opportunity falls on both the player and the coaching staff. As the Bears prepare for the upcoming matchups, there is optimism that the pieces can come together, but it will require intentional planning, strategic design, and trust in a player who has proven he can make big plays when given the chance. The combination of talent, versatility, and playmaking ability is undeniable, but must be matched with opportunity, timing, and execution. With the final 4 games of the season representing both a challenge and an opportunity, the Bears have a clear path forward. Involve DJ Moore as a central figure, design plays that leverage his strengths, and ensure he is an integral part of the offensive strategy. If done correctly, it could be a turning point not only for the remainder of the 2025 season, but also for how the team approaches its roster and offensive philosophy in the years to come. Before we continue, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and give this video a like. Your support helps us keep bringing you the latest updates on our Chicago Bears. And don't be shy. Drop your thoughts on the news in the comments below. Patrick Mahomes has found himself at the center of a swirling NFL rumor storm after a comment he made about the Chicago Bears reportedly sent shockwaves through front offices, locker rooms, and fan bases across the league. While the full context of his remark remains tucked behind closed doors, insiders claim the quarterback's tone was far sharper than anything he's voiced publicly, and his reaction since then has only fueled speculation. According to people close to the situation, Mahomes has responded forcefully to the growing chatter, pushing back against what he insists is a twisted version of his words. Yet the more he pushes, the louder the buzz grows. Witnesses say the original comment, spoken casually in a private setting, hinted at frustrations tied not to a single play or player, but something deeper about the Bears' long-running organizational struggles. Whatever he said, It was enough to leave several NFL figures stunned, with some even questioning whether Mahomes had unintentionally exposed broader league sentiments. What's intensifying the rumor is the quarterback's visible irritation. Those around him describe a mix of disbelief and annoyance, as if he's frustrated that an offhand remark has snowballed into a league-wide talking point. Still, his refusal to fully clarify the comment has opened the door to endless speculation. Was it a critique of coaching philosophies? Was it aimed at the team's handling of young talent? Or was it simply an observation blown wildly out of proportion? Meanwhile, Chicago fans have erupted across social platforms, some brushing off the rumored remark, others demanding that Mahomes say it with his chest if he truly believes it. Players around the league appear to be watching closely too, with a few anonymous voices suggesting that Mahomes may have touched a nerve regarding long-standing perceptions of the Bears' direction. For now, the truth remains murky, and Mahomes' hardline reaction has only deepened the mystery. Whether this blows over or detonates into something bigger, one thing is clear. The NFL loves a rumor, and this one isn't fading anytime soon. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay updated with exclusive news about our Chicago Bears, be sure to subscribe to our channel and hit that like button. We can't wait to hear your thoughts in the comments. See you in the next video.